Welcome. We are looking at quadratic equations where we are solving quadratic equations using the formula. So we have an example on the board, as you can see. Solve by the formula for x. The formula that we are talking about is this one. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac, everything over 2a. Solve by the formula for x. So we have 1a and 1b. So we are going to start by solving 1a. So we have 1a. We are given 3x squared minus 4x minus 15. 3x squared minus 4x minus 15 is equal to 0. So this is our first question, which we are going to solve by using the formula. So now, the way we solve by using the formula, you can see in the formula, there are these quantities that we should know. There is A, B, and C. So whenever you are given a quadratic equation like this one, you need to know the values of A, B, and C. So for example, the original form of a quadratic equation is A x squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the original form of a quadratic equation. So you can see the value of a, which we are supposed to use in the formula, is the number that is accompanying x power 2. So whichever number that is accompanying x power 2 is what we are referring to as a. The value of b is the number that is accompanying x, or the coefficient of x. Similarly, the value of c is the constant, the number that has no letter. That is what we call the value of c. So quickly, let us get the values of A, B, and C. So A is 3. As you can see, A is 3. And B is 4. 4 is negative 4. You have to be careful. You even have to take the sign of the number that is the coefficient of that variable. So B is negative 4. And finally, C is negative 15. Okay, C is negative 15. Okay, once we have collected all the quantities that we are supposed to use in the formula, then we are supposed to substitute in the formula. Now the way we are supposed to substitute, whatever number that we substitute for a letter, we are supposed to put it in brackets. So let's substitute the numbers for the letters in the formula. So we have x is equal to, the formula is here. I will not write it again here. So x is equal to negative b. So b is already also negative. So you can see we have two negatives. The negative with the formula and the negative for the particular quantity. Plus or minus the root of b squared. B is negative 4. So whatever number that you substitute for a letter, you square. So we have b squared minus 4. A is 3 substitution, when you are substituting in the formula. Whatever number that you substitute for a letter, you have to put it in brackets. So let's continue from here. We have x is equal to
4.
X is equal to, you can see negative times negative 4, we shall get positive 4 plus or minus the root of negative 4 all to the power 2, we have positive 16. Now, again here, you are supposed to be careful. You need to multiply this number here by each one of these numbers. As you multiply, you need to multiply with this sign here. So, we are going to multiply, we shall say negative 4 by 3 is negative 12. Negative 12 by negative 15, we have positive. What are you getting? Positive 180. Okay, so this is what we get after multiplying these quantities. We said negative 4 by 3, then by negative 15. Or we could have said negative 4 by negative 15, we get 60. 60 by 3 is 180. Everything over 2 times 3 is 6. Okay. So having gotten this, our next step, we shall continue as x is equal to 4 plus or minus the root of, what are we going to get when we add 16 and 180?
196.
We are getting 196. Everything over 6. Okay. Okay. From there, our next step, I'll write it up here where I started from. Okay, our next step, we shall say, we shall separate these two. You can see we have plus or minus. So we shall separate those two. So we shall have x is equal to 4 plus the root of 196 over 6. So one value of x, we shall get it by evaluating this one. Then the other value, we shall get it from 4 minus the square root of 196. Everything over 6. Yes. Finally, we are going to say, at this step, you are allowed to use your scientific calculators where you say, I only encourage you to be using scientific calculators at this stage so that we avoid the premature rounding off, which affects answers. So, at this point you say, you switch on your calculator, then you type in, you key in, you say 4, we are working this one, 4 plus the root of 196. Then you say equals, in this particular case, we are getting a whole number 18 over 6. You can see from this case, 18 divided by 6 is giving us 3. So one value of x is actually 3. So the other value of x, we shall get it from that case where we are going to say 4 minus the root of 196 equals, so from there we are getting x is equal to minus 10 over 6. Then you say divided by 6, so we are getting our final answers as x is equal to 3 for this one, or x is equal to negative 5 over 3. Negative 5 over 3 is the same as negative 1 and 2 over 3, which is the same as negative 1.65. The 6 keeps on recurring, so we just say negative 1.6 bar. So basically, these are the two values of x for our example 1a. So basically, this is how we use the formula to calculate or to solve for the values of the unknown. The key principles or the key concepts are that when substituting, we are supposed to put whatever number we substitute for a letter, we are supposed to put it in brackets, as we have done. Thank you for your attention.